We're about to close the books on 2025, and if you think AI just replaced a few bookkeepers this year, you completely missed what actually happened. Let me show you what's really coming in 2026. 2025 was wild. As we work with many small and medium-sized businesses this year, I watched AI go from an interesting idea to fundamentally changing how businesses operate in real time. But here's what most people missed. AI didn't disrupt what everyone thought it would. The changes happened in unexpected places, and they're accelerating in 2026 in ways that are going to catch most business owners completely off guard. I've got 6 predictions for 2026 based on what I saw this year and some that may be controversial. The businesses that understand these trends will dominate. Everyone else will spend 2026 playing catch up. If you want strategies like this on a regular basis, make sure you hit subscribe. Now let's talk about what 2025 actually taught us. Here's what happened in 2025. AI tools went from $50,000 custom builds to $200 a month plug-and-play agents. We saw embedded finance platforms double in size. Fintech leaders started approving loans in 24 hours as opposed to 3 weeks. And the biggest shift, the business that adopted these tools early didn't just get more efficient, they changed the competitive position in the marketplace. And their competitors didn't even notice until it was too late. We watched a $6 million business increase profit by $250,000 in 1 year, not by working harder, but by using AI to optimize what they were already doing. We watched another business get capital in less than 36 hours that would have taken them 6 weeks to secure just a few months before. 2025 showed us what's possible. 2026 is where it becomes a standard. Here are the 6 trends that will define next year. Prediction number 1. AI goes executive level, not entry level. Everyone spent 2025 worrying about AI replacing bookkeepers, and that's not what happened. What I actually saw was AI making CFOs and other executives 3 times more efficient. 82% of C-suite executives made digital transformation their top priority this year, and the results are showing. AI dashboards now answer executive questions instantly, like what happens to cash flow if I hire 3 people? Should I take on this contract? But here's where it gets interesting for next year. AI can now analyze 3 years of data and tell you your best customers share these 5 characteristics, your worst share these 3. Here's who to hire and who's not working out on your team. Tools that used to require $500,000 in an analyst team to provide insights now only cost you $200 a month. Fortune 500 insights without Fortune 500 costs. The gap between businesses using AI and those who aren't, it went from an interesting advantage to impossible to close in 2026. Prediction number 2, your money will start managing itself. In 2025, the embedded finance industry hit $3.5 trillion, but most business owners don't know or understand what happened. Let me show you what 2026 will look like. First, your customer will pay an invoice. Then, the AI tool you're using will update your cash flow forecast automatically, and then it'll make recommendations on what to do with that $50,000. Because it'll know how much you have in upcoming tax payments, how much you have in upcoming vendor payments, and how much you'll be able to save out of that $50,000 invoice to reinvest in the company or take distributions. This will all happen automatically. You'll wake up and your money will already be in the right accounts based on the rules you once set. This technology existed in 2025, but in 2026, it'll become expected. The embedded payments and analysis market is growing 31% annually, and your cash flow either manages itself or you'll fall behind. Prediction number 3, financial literacy becomes non-negotiable. Here's what surprised me most about 2025. As AI got smarter, the business owners who understood their numbers got a bigger advantage, not a smaller one. 32% of business owners say financial literacy would improve their cash flow. But here's the opportunity for next year. AI is going to democratize all of this information. You'll be able to ask AI to explain your cash conversion cycle using your actual numbers and language that you understand. Tell you what happens to margins if you raise prices by 8%, or what's the difference between your gross profit and EBITDA with your data. It's going to be the owners who learn to ask AI the right questions, those who understand the metrics well enough to challenge AI's recommendations, they're going to be the ones that dominate in 2026. When AI speeds up the business, the gap between the educated owners and everyone else will be impossible to close. Prediction number 4, revenue is going to become a vanity metric. It's profit per employee that's going to matter. This started in 2025 and it's going to explode in 2026. Everyone brags about revenue. We're a $10 or $15 million company. In 2026, sophisticated investors, buyers, and customers can stop caring about revenue and focus exclusively on profit per employee. Here's the math. A $3 million business with 5 employees generating $600,000 in profit, That's $120,000 in profit per employee. A $10 million business with 50 employees generating $600,000 in profit, that's $12,000 per employee. And AI will be able to tell you this instantly and make recommendations to adapt accordingly. Business valuation platforms, lender algorithms, due diligence tools, they all rank by profit per employee in 2026. The grow at all costs era, it dies for good in 2026 because AI reveals who's building efficient businesses versus who's burning cash to inflate revenue. Revenue becomes vanity. And here's what's coming. AI tools are going to let anyone estimate your profit per employee by analyzing public data, team size on LinkedIn, revenue estimates by databases. Your efficiency is going to become visible whether you like it or not. Businesses winning in 2026 are optimizing for profit per employee, not revenue growth. Prediction number 5, clean financials become your credit score. This was the biggest operational shift I saw in 2025. Fintech companies touch 10 to 15% of small business lending, and they now approved loans in 24 to 48 hours by plugging AI into the accounting systems. In 2026, this will become instant. And here's how AI will change lending. Traditional lenders look at last year's tax returns and last year's financials or data that's months old. By plugging into your accounting system, AI can look at your last 90 days of transactions, your AR cash conversion cycle, and your customer concentration risk. AI sees this business has $800,000 in AR, 80% from customers with perfect payment history, 23-day average collection, and they want $200,000. Probability of payment, 94%. Approved. The catch, AI will see everything. Books 3 months behind, uncategorized transactions, algorithm says no instantly. No negotiation. Clean, real-time financials fed to AI, you get capital in hours. This is what 2026 will bring. The lending revolution started in 2025. 2026 makes it instant. Prediction number 6, the raise prices to grow next year advice dies. Last one, and this one contradicts a lot of business coaches from the prior years. Everyone said, just raise your prices, charge what you're worth. That advice becomes dangerous in 2026. Here's why. AI-powered price comparison tools and hyper-transparent markets will become the norm. Your customers will use AI tools to compare your pricing against 50 competitors, adjusted for quality, location, service level, and reviews. AI tells them, you're paying 22% above market rate. Here are 3 alternatives with better reviews and lower prices. Businesses that raised prices in 2025 without improving value will get exposed in 2026. Raising prices worked when information was asymmetric, when customer didn't know the actual costs. AI kills that. So who are the winners in 2026? Businesses that use AI to optimize operations, reduce waste, improve efficiency, maintain prices, or deliver a whole lot more value and improve the customer experience than they ever could. The $200 a month AI tool that saves 15 hours of labor will let you charge less than their competitor, or will free up so much time for your management team or your exec team to deliver a ton more value to outcompete the competition because you're making a better product or service for your clients that they have no choice but to use you because of the outcomes. That's the game. Raise prices was lazy advice that worked when customers couldn't compare. AI-powered transparency in 2026 makes operational efficiency the only sustainable advantage. So here's how to close 2025 and start 2026 strong. First, audit your financials before year end. Real-time, clean data. Get your books current before January 1st. Everything in 2026 requires good data. Second, calculate your profit per employee right now. Net profit divided by employee count. This will tell you if you have an efficiency problem, or it might be the number that you need to defend making a move on that employee who hasn't been performing. Third, ask your finance team this week, what AI tools should we implement in Q1 2026? If they don't have an answer, that's a red flag. Fourth, before you raise prices again, ask, can AI help me reduce costs instead? Optimize first, price second. Fifth, set one financial goal for 2026 that's efficiency-based, not revenue-based. For example, increase profit per employee by 20% instead of hit X dollars in revenue this year. The businesses that make these changes between now and January will look back at 2026 and realize they made the smartest decisions of their business careers. In my eyes, 2025 taught us that AI isn't replacing people, it's amplifying the best and exposing the inefficient. If this helped you think differently about 2026, hit subscribe. We're dropping one strategy per week to help you build a more profitable and less stressful business. Here's to an incredible 2026. Talk to you soon.